Welcome to a little bit of everything with T.O. I'm Mr. Everything.
Y'all know it's your boy T.O. We back with another episode. We need y'all to like, share, subscribe. And before you get into all that other stuff, Joe, I want to shout out our sponsor, man. We got this young black company on care. They do hauling, etc. They do a lot. Easily Edwards Enterprise. I want to shout out our sponsor, man. If y'all
Okay.
y'all need some work done, anything like yard work, hauling, whatever, just hit them up and ask for a quote. I'm gonna give y'all that email. Bullcity17 at gmail.com.
Where they located?
Damn, good. I appreciate you, Joe. Slacking on my sponsorship. Um, in the Carolinas, they based out of Durham and Raleigh, but they go a little everywhere. Apex, Cary, Holly Springs, they go a little everywhere. So just hit them up with email, let them know what you need done. They'll give you a quote back soon.
All right. And also another sponsor, the Hey Tide Barbershop, 908 Fayetteville Street, Suite 109 in Durham, North Carolina. Let's keep them coming. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, jump in the comments. Find us on Spotify, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Hey man, it's time to get into it.
Let's go.
Uh Straight into it. NBA offseason. It's quieted down a lot since our last episode. I want to say it's only been like two major moves with Mike Brown joining the New York Knicks as head coach. What you think about that move?
I love it. I love for that black man, but he had a big market now. I love it. He was done wrong, so I love it.
Yeah, and
I
then
hope they don't
like,
put too much pressure on him. I had too much expectations for him, but I love the move.
but you gotta think about it at the same time. Like, I understand exactly what you're saying, but at the same time, like, you gotta remember he coached LeBron James.
Oh, for sure.
You know,
Mm.
it don't get no bigger than that. And he also coached the Lakers, so I
Oh
think
yeah.
he's more than prepared for the moment.
No, I know he prepared on his side. I'm just saying the owners and the organization. I hope they don't expect too much. You see what they did to Thibodeau? How far he
Yeah,
got, and they cut him still.
and
Shit, it's
and it
far.
been the New York media different.
That's what I'm saying. So like, I just hope they stick with the boy a little bit. Give him at least 2, 3 years to prove himself.
Yeah, definitely. But you know how it go with
I do.
um I, with our coaches. They always get the bad end of the stick. Like in this situation, like I hope Knicks fans aren't really expecting a championship
No, they definitely is.
because like
You
I
ain't
feel
think they
like they're
think
gonna. I mean, but I feel like they're gonna fall down the same path the Cowboys fans going down. Like this year coming up, I don't see the East winning the championship anyway.
nah. But to expect it is different, Joe.
I don't know, bro. I'm just not
Because it's
sure.
gonna be East versus West, so somebody got to expect it from the East.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So would you say the Knicks can come out of the East or will come out of the East? Not can. Do you think they will?
Will I don't think so. Can they? Yeah, they can, but I don't think so. No.
Yeah, I mean they can, but I don't see it myself. Like I don't
But as a
know.
fan, New York fan, how shit been the last 2 years, and you only hope to get a little bit better, even if it's 1%. Like they gotta have some hope. We might not think of other fans, but New York fans definitely they got
Oh
to,
yeah,
and I know they
yeah,
do.
yeah. It makes sense. And the Pacers been there to stop them the last 2 years. Pacers won't be
They
there
got a
this year.
bruh. If you really like a sport fan, that shit got a sting. You definitely need some get back. Do you see them
Yeah.
playing the Pacers again though, with all this going on, the trade and injury?
Nah, Pacers not gonna make it that far. They probably
Oh
won't even
my
be a.
god.
Sadly, they probably won't even be a playoff team. And like you think about it, if Giannis stay with the Bucks, they're in contention. The Celtics could possibly be in contention. The Hawks made a lot of moves; they could be in contention. The Cavaliers definitely in the contention. And then you got the Knicks also, like, and that's just what 5 teams.
Mhm.
Orlando could be in contention this year. Like,
Yeah, I definitely see that. Them taking a
it,
deep
it,
breath.
yeah, it's a lot of teams, I believe. Um, and the other big move since our last episode, DeAndre Ayton has signed a 2-year deal with the Lakers.
How you feel about it before you
You
ask
know,
me? I wanna know how you feel about it.
I um, I don't think it's enough, but it's enough. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like at this point, you got to replace Finney Smith, so you still need one more shooter, um, and a defensive guy. Um, he's gonna work great with uh both LeBron and Luka, pick and roll, pick and pop. And he can shoot also. The thing he has to do in LA that he hasn't done previously in his career is be more aggressive in the paint.
For sure. He definitely got something to prove. Like
Yeah, oh yeah.
he hear all the talking. You got something to prove, bruh.
These
It's out
next
there. It
2
ain't just in the NBA. It's out now. The word on you out now.
yeah, and these next 2 years could change his life forever. It could take
For
him from getting
sure.
what he get paid now to getting what he should be getting paid
I
already.
can see it though. He in LA. Come on, bruh. He
Yeah,
hearing all this noise. Like I can see
and,
him.
and he with
But what everybody
LeBron,
not mentioning is we get to keep Reeves now.
and that was my whole point of signing a bid. You get to keep Austin Reeves, and from what I'm hearing, Austin Reeves is unavailable.
So big Lakers.
I mean, it makes sense to me because if I'm the Lakers, I want to do everything in my power to keep Reeves, Braun, Luca, and a big man. I would like to keep what's the
So
defensive guy?
what we doing with Hachi?
I've been seeing a lot of like mock trades with Hachi involved, but
Well, I want to keep the boy.
hey, that's what I was saying. In order to trade Hachi, you gotta get a star. Like you have to put him with something else to get a star player because he's probably just as good as a role player you're gonna get in the NBA. And then what's the guy on the real good defensively? Damn,
I
Antonio.
know. I know who you talking about. I can't think because Shannon them always talking about him. I can't think right now. I know exactly who you talking about.
But yeah, the Lakers they should be um promising. Ayton isn't the wild like big um eye popper, but like he gonna be a difference maker because
He
really all they need
is,
him to do is block shots, rebound, and catch a lob here and there.
and he
But
gonna
yeah,
be
the
all here plus some a little shooting here and there.
Jared Vanderbilt,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I would want to keep him. Um,
The defense.
and Markeith Morris, depending on his playing time, because he can be that physical presence you need, and he can also shoot the jumper. And then we got to see what come out of people like Jackson Hayes and Connect and Bronny and
They got to get
speaking
Connect back on that floor and get him back confident, man. That's you
yeah
can't just let that go to waste. That'd be a big mistake by the Lakers, man.
yeah that's definitely a move they need to make, get Connect back going.
Get him. You know what I mean?
But like I said the other night, like you got LeBron and Luka, you can win against any team.
Not for sure.
So it's gonna be those surrounding pieces, and the one thing you were missing last year was Ayton. Now you got Jackson Hayes backing him up. It sounds kind of promising.
They
And you
do.
got Koloko, who's probably gonna be in the G League, but he looked pretty talented, at least for that level right now. And speaking of the Lakers, there's kind of whisperings of the possibility of LeBron not being there, or we all pretty sure he's gonna be there, but
Yes.
it's it's a 1 year deal. It's a chance that he's not there next year.
Now that's more. I can see that happening more than like he's gonna be there this year. That just
Yeah, I see him staying probably even next year because they're gonna have pretty good success this year and might be what Lakers fans looking for.
and then
But
what if Bronny step it up and he
that's where I'm going. What do
okay.
you see next up for LeBron James Jr., Bronny James?
Honestly, I feel like with another year on his belt, I feel like he played good enough to deserve a shot to play for the Lakers. He might not. I don't know if he's gonna be a starter, but he deserves some good minutes.
But yeah,
And I ain't talking about 5, 10 games a year. I'm talking about like the whole season. He need to be a good bench.
I think this year Bronny takes it up a notch. I think he's gonna play in most games, especially like up to the All-Star break.
They keep
I think
fucking
they
around with Bronny. He might fuck around with 6 man of the year next year.
I wouldn't go that far, but he gonna be
I
he gonna
couldn't
be
have
on a
seen it, but like, yeah.
definitely on a higher level than this year. I definitely believe that.
So if that happened, LeBron gonna be there next year too.
Bro, honestly, in my opinion, he either unless him and the Lakers really do fall apart, he's gonna be a Laker. If not, LeBron James, depending on if Bryce Young play, I mean that's Bryce Young. If Bryce James plays good enough to be drafted next year, I could see him going to play with him.
That made sense, Joe. I like that. That made sense. You know, I already been on the same team. You stepped on the court in the real game. Even though it's been a little bit with your son with Bronny, to have a chance to go play with your other son, yeah, he definitely
Crazy,
getting out of there. Especially with the beef
crazy.
going on, if it's like, yeah, some like tension. Yeah, nah, Jay, that was a good point, bro. I like that.
Yeah, so either next year I either see him with the Lakers or with Bryce. Wherever Bryce goes, I think LeBron goes.
For
Because I don't
real.
think they. I don't. I'm not sure they can control that narrative again. Even though they were saying like Rich Paul was pulling strings in this draft also, but I forgot who it was, but he was like calling teams like, yeah, pass up on him because we want him to go here.
I believe that
Hey,
though.
Rich Paul, the big dog
Nah,
of the
for real,
NBA
you know
agents.
that. So that shit sound believable.
That's crazy the power that man got.
Like for
Uh,
real.
and before we get off the NBA, there was one more thing I wanted to speak on. So I was listening to All the Smoke, and Katina Mobley gave his goats, and he said, if you wanted to build a player from scratch, you would build LeBron James. So that's his goal. He said Kobe Bryant is number 2, Michael Jordan number 3. With that being said, not your goats. Who are your top 5 NBA players?
Now
Because
or overall.
overall, because it is a difference between goats and, or you could say goats, or but I would say more like,
No matter how you word this shit, Joe, you still, even if you're not thinking about, like, you could throw GOAT away, you still got to
yeah.
have LeBron, Kobe, and MJ in the top three. Or not even top three. They're going to be in your top five. Even if they 5, 4, and 3, they still going to be in there. I'm trying to think about my favorite players, too. I got Kobe, he in there.
So
MJ
like,
in there. And I can't disrespect LeBron not to put him in there with his ability, his greatness. You got to throw, like, come on, Joe, that's anybody. You got to put them
so
3 in there.
I was thinking about it, and I was even like talking about it with my brother. Like, I think my current top 5 is different than most, and I feel
It's
like
different questions.
if I was like on a media platform, like a bigger media platform, of course, like an ESPN or something like that, it might get a little flat. But I came up with LeBron number 1, of course. That's my goat. This is where it gets shaky for other people. Kevin Durant number 2 for me. Then
Makes perfect sense.
Jordan, Kobe, and then number 5, I would probably go with a big.
I'm gonna tell you who I was gonna say. Go ahead.
And like a part of me, like I thought about it earlier, like this I already thought about, but like I was thinking Duncan because like seriously, bro, Duncan, other than the fact that he was born, he dominated the league. But I would go with Shaq for the greatest big because come
It's
on, bro,
crazy. I swear to God, I was about to say I would have to
let's
go
just
with
be serious.
LeBron, Kobe, Jordan, and between D Wade
Mm,
for my fifth, between D Wade or Melo.
mm.
That's just my like
I like
missing
that.
favorite with like actual their skills too. Like that'll be my top 5 or whatever.
And like if you think about it, out of both of our lists, like Melo offensively was always him. And Melo was never out of both our lists, Melo was never the best athlete out of any of them. I mean, at one point Shaq was an athlete.
Oh,
But
for
like
sure.
as far
What?
as
Yeah, yeah.
anybody smaller than Shaq, Melo was never a better athlete than any of them, but could do everything they did offensively.
For sure. For
So
sure.
I think I like to say we made that pretty interesting with me
Yeah.
inserting KD, you inserting Wade. You said
Yeah,
Wade or
yeah,
Melo?
yeah. Yep.
Yes. People don't give these people their respect, bro. Because if you want to say Jordan, that mean Kobe in your head somewhere. And if you want to say Kobe, that mean Wade in your head somewhere. Because they essentially the same thing. Essentially.
And then
Now,
when you come out talking about favorite, when you put favorite in there, I just see a lot of people throwing Iverson in their 5th place or something like that.
yeah, definitely. And when you said Wade or, that's what I thought you was gonna say, but you said Melo.
Hey, look, on God, it was in my head, but I was like, I don't know, I just like Metal a little more. But Iverson definitely was one of my favorite players too.
Yeah, I can't argue with your list, but like, bro, I just feel like KD, bro, just something different, bro.
I like it.
Consistently, consistent, consistently efficient. 7 feet and can play all 3 levels. Like you give him the ball, he's probably gonna score more than likely.
Nah, that's real, bro. You can't take nothing from KD. He really him all
And
around
my
the
and
wish.
my thing is,
Yeah.
and my thing is like, of course, like sports media attacks him all the time for going to the Warriors. We all saw that as a weak move. But Draymond Green recently came out and said if they don't get KD, they probably never win another championship.
Mhm. That's facts. I hope everybody know that.
So he going over there, Steph team, Steph, Clay, and Draymond is their team, and he take it over. He went, he win Finals MVPs. He wins MVPs. Like
Greatness.
at the end of the day, if he's not there, they probably don't win those championships.
That's real. You know, it's three more people. It's a lot more because everybody think different. But three more people that it was going on. I still stay with my top five, but three more people that was going on in my head was Giannis, Russell Westbrook, and D Rose.
Rose, I would only say no just because of the injury, man. Like Rose never. I'm gonna be 100% honest. You know, I've been a LeBron fan since day one. Playing against the Bulls was scary as fuck when D Rose was healthy. If D Rose could have stayed healthy, like for real, if D Rose could have stayed healthy, LeBron don't make it to 8 straight finals.
That's facts. That's facts.
I'm just being honest. That was his kryptonite, in my opinion.
That dude was different, man.
And who else you say? You said Rose and who?
I said, I was thinking about Giannis, D Rose, and Russell Westbrook. We throwing their favorites. I was thinking,
Yeah, Giannis. He got a hell of a resume already. He got plenty of time to play. He got plenty. He got plenty of time to go. Like I could see him by the end of his career being on a lot of people's lists. You said
but
Giannis,
I know
Rose,
Westbrook
and
ain't
who?
gonna be on nobody's list unless we talking
Now
about favorites, like we just said.
Westbrook, he don't get the respect he deserves. Of course, he's not the best shooter in the world, but any man that can go out and get you 30, 10, and 10 over a season span is one of the best basketball players in history.
I'm
He
telling you, bro.
he giving you his 100% all game, every game,
That's all you can ask for anybody.
running from coast to coast, full speed, bro. The other NBA, there's no you can't show me another NBA superstar that do what he do
It's
at,
nobody. They're
at
not a
his level.
superstar. It's only
Not
two people you can compare it. Well, not even nobody really. I was finna
it's
say, but you
nobody.
have to add his scoring. I was finna say there's only two people you can compare to him overall, but you have to add his scoring and all that and rebounds like he in his prime. But I ain't even gonna say it now because it don't even Russ by itself.
Yeah, he by himself just for the way he play. Like,
He by himself for the way he plays. Facts.
yeah, nonstop hustle, always 100% at all times. Yeah, he like you remember how Ricky used to play with us?
Uh-huh.
I mean, of course, way more skill, but like
Yeah, way
nonstop
more skill,
energy.
but Rick was a hustler, bro. Ricky a hustler,
Exactly.
man. He give you them buckets for them rainbows.
Right. Westbrook doing it as a superstar. That's role player work. That's somebody trying to win a job
That's
work.
why I was finna say Caruso with all the extra scoring and rebound, or people like that. But
I
it's
mean,
not close. It's not close. I understand that. That's why I want to say it. But
the
you get what I'm
ability
saying.
difference. The
I'm saying a
ability
dog
difference.
all game,
Yeah,
offense
all
and defense.
game.
So, I mean,
All 82 or however many games he's playing. But yeah, that popped in my head earlier because Coutinho was giving his GOAT list. But switching over to the NFL, can the Eagles repeat Super Bowl success this year?
yeah, they can.
I think they definitely can.
They got the same
Um,
offense, same running back. They let go of some D linemen, but they had so many anyway. Like, nah, I
right.
mean, I can see. Yeah, they can. Now, would I pick them? I don't know. I would have to think about all the teams and see um preseason mini camps or whatever and see how it's going. Give them at least 5 weeks before I make that decision. But yeah, they can. I don't see why not.
Yeah, I think as long as everybody stay healthy, especially on the offensive end, as long as everybody stay healthy, it won't be too hard to get at least to the NFC championship
Right.
because you still got Saquon and a great receiving core and a good quarterback. I think I don't want to say it's going to happen, but I'm pretty sure like they're going to represent the NFC, bro. Unless
Mm.
something, unless something wild happens.
I mean, Washington did good though. But
Washington did great until they ran into the
uh,
Saquon.
no, I'm talking about this year with like drafting like trades or whatever.
Oh,
Like
yeah, Washington did great.
so, like, and then Jaden get another year. You see how good he played year one. Knock on wood, he don't get no injuries or nothing like that. Have no sophomore slump, but I don't know, Joe. We can't just say. And then, of course, I think Dallas is the Steelers. They're gonna be somewhere in their third place, but you still can't sleep on them, bro.
Oh
I'm
yeah, definitely
telling
not.
you, with CD and Pickens, bro, you cannot sleep on it at
We're
all.
gonna get there. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Now, next up, does Lamar Jackson have to win a Super Bowl?
Different from the world, Joe.
Thank you.
I go off of what I see, bro. I know how good that boy is, how great he is. I know when his teammate drops balls in the end zone and shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? I can't. I never be like the world, and I'm not just trying to be different. I just that's my genuine opinion. Like, he don't have to win a Super Bowl for him to prove anything. That shit is not easy. You like, I don't care how great you is. You gotta have a great team. It's a team sport.
Thanks.
It's not just a great offense. It's not just a great defense. You gotta have both. You gotta have special teams. Like coaching gotta be good. Like shit gotta go your way, bruh. It's hard to get a Super Bowl. So no, I don't think so. Mm-mm. It can, cause like we always say, bro, it could be another quarterback who get two in a row, and they can be a rookie this year, win one, and next year win another one. Still not gonna compare them to Lamar, cause they got two and he got zero, and he had more time. No.
Yeah, I think he needs to win one, but I don't think he has to win one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Lamar has definitely separated himself from the second tier of quarterbacks. He's definitely in the upper tier, hands down, whether he's throwing the ball or running the ball. Bro, he had Derrick Henry last year, and he still had a great passing season. They
That's
were
in English. Like, that's
r-
crazy.
right. They were run dominant. He still was one of the better quarterbacks in football. So, yeah, I think that question kind of nonsense, but it's just a question to be asked because the actual uh sports media, mainstream
Everybody
sports media,
think
like,
he does too.
yeah, the, like, bro, like, even down to Shannon, like, he think Lamar need to win championship, has to win the Super Bowl. But like, do Shannon win if John Elway not there, or if
Yeah, and he know
Steve
he don't.
Steve Atwater not in the secondary, or you know what I'm saying, Terrell Davis not the running back? Like,
That's
it's
real. He know he
it,
don't.
it's a team sport, so you need everybody to play their part. 24 players plus have to play their part every night.
That's real, bro. Ain't no way
Now
around it, bro. Ain't no way around it.
he does have to be more consistent during the postseason, but like if he made the Super Bowl and lost, or if he lose in the AFC Championship to the Chiefs, the Bengals, or the Bills, it's understandable, bro. Those are the three good teams. Well, at least the Bengals offensively. Bills pretty much both sides.
That's what I'm saying. He ain't losing to scrubs, and then he still was that close to still winning, bro. We all seen what happened. I don't know, bro.
Exactly. Yeah, I think this is their ring culture, bro. LeBron just came out and talked about it. We just talked
That's
about it.
facts.
Like
That's
it's
facts.
too that weighs too much on the person.
They
Because
put
how
too much on it.
about this? Is Lamar Jackson better than Jalen Hurts
Yes.
in the conversation?
Yes. And he got a
In
Super
the
Bowl. I swear to God, I ain't even like it was so quick. I ain't even had to think about the Super Bowl. Like he got a Super Bowl shit. He shut up. It was so quick. Yes,
it's
we all know
that
that.
it's that simple, bro. So like the narrative got to change around titles, bro. Because it's great players that never seen, it's never been to the Super Bowl. Every year, it's 30 teams watching the Super Bowl.
Like that's crazy. Like, come on, bro. Motherfuckers act like, boy, oh, he the best. He the best point guard in the league. They should win a title. Oh, he the best center in the league. They should win a title. Oh, he the best quarterback. They should win. It don't work like that.
Right. Because I can guarantee you, I don't think, well, people might have expected the Pacers to get out of the first round against the Bucks, but because Dame went down, or even with Dame, I don't know. But after that, you didn't expect them to beat the Cavs. I was on the bandwagon, and I still didn't expect them to beat the Cavs. I did pick them over the Knicks, but I thought it was a good chance that the Knicks could win
For
that
sure.
series. Like, bro, you need everything to click at the right time. It's just not gonna happen for all 32 teams. It's just impossible.
Impossible.
Speaking of Super Bowl hopes, expectations for the Dallas Cowboys. What do you see them doing this year?
Like I said a little earlier, man, my gut say I still see them being in the third spot.
Third spot
But
in the division?
yeah, not the
Mm,
conference in the division. And but I would not have no surprise at all if they was 2-1. If they're in the season, they number one in the division, number two in the division, I would not be surprised because it could be a lot of lucky shit to go their way. I'm
Now,
telling you.
I would say at the highest number two, unless they fix their run defense, because I mean, you got to go against Saquon twice a year, and your run defense trash, so you can almost count those as L's. But with the addition of George Pickens, like not even to discuss anything else they did in the offseason, Lamb and George Pickens are gonna be scary, dog.
Talking about they could be down 2 touchdowns and quickly get back in the game because of them two.
Just like that.
Like just like that, literally, bruh. Everybody knows what CD can do, bruh. If you really watch football, CD is him to the highest level. If you really watch football, CD is
Oh
him.
yeah, he is.
If
He
you
is.
really watch football, Pickens is him. I feel like I would give it to CD right now, but I can see Pickens being like 2 or 3 more years. I can see him being better than the CD. But even where he at right now, he's him.
He is.
Like,
He up there. He just gotta keep his mind right and play football, like because
so
the
just
talent
imagine if
there.
he do. Just imagine he go to Dallas and he vibe better with them. He can listen to some of their OGs because he fuck with them or whatever
Right,
situation might be.
right.
He tone it down a little bit and just focus straight on football already with his talent. Right? You don't need a good quarterback with him. He is better than him, but you need a good quarterback for CD 9 times out of 10 for him to have his best season.
But yeah,
With
I get what
Pickens,
you're
you don't
saying.
need a good quarterback.
You don't, because a bad throw turns into a great throw with somebody with that ability.
On some Dez Bryant shit. They gonna go back to Tony Romo and Dez Bryant. Just throw that bitch up. I'm telling you.
I would say I would agree with you that they end up third in the division. I have high hopes for Washington.
Me too.
Um, the reason I would say third now, this is still based a little off last year because the run defense.
Mm-hmm.
And Dak Prescott is a great quarterback, but he's a bad quarterback at the wrong time.
What you think it is, bruh? If you think he jinxed, the pressure get too big for him, like what you think it is for real though? Cause everybody like joke about Dak and all this about the playoffs and all that, but genuinely, what you think it is, bruh?
Bro, it's just something about the timing, bro. Like, Dak, Romo, it's another quarterback in my head that's in the league now. But like, even when Romo was in Cowboys, Romo, at least statistically, was one of the better quarterbacks in football. Dak Prescott is repeatedly one of the better quarterbacks in football. It's just once it really matters, like Stephen A. always says, once it really matters and you put your hope in him, he fall apart. Whether that be injury or a fumble or interception, like it might be the lights, it might be the expectations. Like personally, like if I would have been the Cleveland Browns, I would have traded their number two pick for Dak Prescott, and
Mm,
then I would have drafted Shador as the Cowboys.
mm. Oh yeah, if that happened, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
That's what because at one point they were saying the Browns were reaching out about Dak Prescott.
They
I
probably
mean,
asked Dak if he wanted to go, and
it
I guarantee he said, "Hell nah, keep me here."
facts, and it was pre-draft. Now Dak getting paid $60 million, so like he has no choice but to win at this point. Because if he don't win, his next contract is not going to be the highest paid quarterback.
I feel like I'd be happy because Dallas as a team and like their fans, I'd be happy when shit go wrong, but like deep down, I'd be like, damn, I don't want shit go wrong for that, man, because he is a good quarterback. I hate shit like that.
Yeah, and it's like
Like that's gonna be a stain on his career forever,
right.
like his legacy, bro. Like if he's a good quarterback, he deserves to be represented like how he really is. He's a good quarterback, bro. I don't know
It
what
de-
it is when it come playoffs. I don't
he
know. That
de-
don't make sense.
he definitely is a great quarterback, and it's like you said, like I think Dallas Cowboy fans got to realize that normal football fans do not hate the Dallas Cowboys.
It's the fan.
It's the fans. Like, bro, I remember like growing up, like before the Panthers took over TV, Redskins was our local team, but the Cowboys was on TV every fucking week. So like,
And
even if you
everybody,
weren't a fan of the Cowboys, you like the Cowboys. They
you
had
would
Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, Deion Sanders, Troy Aikman.
what?
Defense was crazy. Like, so you like the Cowboys, but it got to the point where once that era was over and they couldn't win anymore, it's still the same fans
Fans
hallucinating.
act like they was the same old yeah.
Yeah,
That
it's
shit
not
gone, dog. For years
this
though, Joe. Think of how many years this shit been like this, and y'all still got the same mentality, bro.
30 years.
Like, bro, what the fuck? Y'all delusional.
Every year they gonna win the
Nah, I'm
Super
gonna keep it a band though, bro. I'm not a Cowboys fan, so I wouldn't understand, but I can kind of see why some of them be like that. Cause they be having talent and like most time they do be seeming like, bro, y'all supposed to be better than y'all are. It shit just never go right for them.
Exactly. Exactly. Because like coming into was it last year and that or was the year before the Diggs had towards ACL
he
or
tore it.
Achilles?
He tore it year before, I
The year
think, because he was
before.
out the
Yeah.
whole last year and he's supposed to been ready, but he tried to come back too early or something like that.
Yeah. And then what was his name? Bland took over and had too many picks.
But yeah, he had a great season.
And then what happened? Where did he go?
I forgot. They did let him go.
I don't even think they let him go. I just think he won't get in the interceptions no more.
He was on the team still?
I'm pretty sure he might have got hurt or something, but like
Yeah, cause I think something had happened. I don't know.
but you
But
remember he
Ben's
was
gonna be back, and then what if they pay Parsons?
they better pay Parsons or they
I
in
mean, I know
trouble.
they is, but you know that's gonna put some more fire. I mean, I know money don't supposed to matter, but that's gonna put some more fire on his ass. Like they
No,
might get
Bland
out.
Bland is still a cowboy.
He's still a cowboy. Did he get hurt?
That's what I'm looking at now.
He might have. Hey, he might keep that shit going because they definitely need him. Did's not enough.
He's not. He's definitely not. Oh, okay, yeah, he was hurt last year. He played 7 games.
Yeah, I thought so. I knew it was something.
Yeah, 7 games. 0 interceptions. But the year
And
before he had 9 interceptions and 5 of them were touchdowns.
they just how the game go, bro. I'm telling you, a lot of this shit is luck and a lot of this shit is fake, bro. Like, cause he had zero don't mean he have the same good season besides the stat, like the
Oh
interception stuff.
yeah,
But like they could
yeah,
have been locking shit down, all type of shit, deflections, whatever. It just the ball won't come his way like that because they know what he did the year before. Like,
right. And even then, they're not getting killed by the pass. They're getting killed by the run.
that's fast. That's another factor. Yeah.
I mean, they got to figure that out. I think, like we both picked them to be third in the division, but we both know they could be 1 or 2 with the talent they
Yeah.
have.
And won't be surprised. Yep.
Not at all. Won't be surprised at all. Pittsburgh expectations.
I feel like they're gonna be better than people think, man. I feel like Rodgers gonna be better than people think. I feel like they're
I
gonna
think that
gel on defense. I feel like Ramsey at safety is gonna change some shit up. I just feel like this shit finna. And what's your boy?
the defense has never been a problem in Pittsburgh.
I know, but still, they think okay, you let your best defender go, then you know what I mean. But what's your corner? Oh boy, son, he gonna have another year under his belt. He gonna play even better. Like they gonna sign TJ. We know this shit gonna get done. And like, I don't know, man. I think Steelers just I might literally put him in the Dallas vote, bro. I say as of right now, if we just have to make picks, I'm putting them 3. But I guess if they go 2-1, I won't be surprised, bro, at all.
Now, of course, me being a Bengals fan,
Yeah, you finna
but
talk with your heart.
I can definitely agree, but this is every year. Since we got Joe Burrow, I feel like either one of those teams could be 1 or 2 or 3. It really, if things work out for the Browns, they could pop up to 3. I don't see them
Yeah,
being
it be
two or
like it
one,
sometimes.
but
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
saying, like,
it be looking like it sometimes.
but yeah, I think I it's all on Aaron Rodgers in my opinion. If Aaron Rodgers, he don't even have to be great.
No,
Like I feel like for us, our defense just got to be average, and we can do what we need to do. For the Steelers, Aaron Rodgers just has to be good. He ain't got to be number 12. He can be number 8 and just be good enough.
and I see him playing better. I guarantee. I wish you can bet on that he'll have a better season than he did with the Jets. I
Oh, yeah,
guarantee.
that's the definite. And what made me think of that was I was watching Pat McAfee earlier, well, listening to it, and they were talking about how Arthur Smith, the offense coordinator for the Steelers, pretty much been with Jonnu Smith his whole career. Like,
Yeah, I did.
and he like to line him up at tight end, slot, and wide receiver.
Yeah, because he was a tight end.
Dude, he is
I,
that's why that's exactly what I'm thinking. A wide receiver playing tight end.
yeah, I honestly I'm like, you don't seem like no tight end to me. But yeah, no disrespect to
And
tight end. I'm just saying.
and, and then him and Frymouth both line up at tight end. That's a quarterback dream.
You know what I mean, bro? Cause
Five
they
to
act
ten,
like he ain't him. Move ain't him. Like, dude, nasty.
5 to 10 yards. You can get a first down on any play with them too. And then
Literally.
they both can actually go downfield. Frymouth not as athletic, but he still gets deep passes.
And they got DK big ass.
DK,
Fat.
all he got to do is stay away from. Well, DK in more trouble this year than ever, in my opinion. Now, why I'm saying that is because Jair Alexander played for the Ravens.
Yeah. Oh, you already know what that's gonna be like. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. We already know what that's gonna be like.
That's gonna
No
be
matter
ugly.
how good, like how come he beat this season or whatever, how much he control his temper and all that. When that game come on, bro.
J-
Come on.
Jair go get it out on him. I
Nah,
feel
for
like
sure.
Taylor Britt for us, he talk shit no matter who he playing against. But I think as long as Metcalf can keep his head on the field and not like personal fouls getting in trouble, they third with a
Nah,
good chance of being second or first. Like
I, I can see that for sure.
it's it's an all around toss up, and if the Browns can figure this quarterback thing out in time, they could be a big part of it. Last thing NFL, I was
Hold
thinking,
on. Hold on. Before you go into your
yeah,
next subject, I got a quick question for you. Just want to know because I've been thinking about the boys. How you feel Najee and Chubb's gonna do this season with their new team?
where did Najee go?
God. But I know they traded there, so I forgot where he went, but
I think it was the Chargers.
Chubb's with the Texans, so
Um, yeah, he went. Najee went to the Chargers. Not
oh
not
man. Light.
Najee. Najee a good running back. He would be like what I would call every down, not every down back, but like your workhorse back. He can get you them yards. He can fight for them. You know what I'm saying? I think he a good piece for like he fits in San Diego.
I think the Steelers put smut on him. I feel like he should have been
Yeah,
there out there. He should have left
I
before
can
this season.
I completely agree. I completely agree. Like he should have he shouldn't have been with them last season at all.
Right. Facts.
Um, as far as Chubb, we talked about this before. You know, I love Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon is an every down back. He can run first and second, and he can receive. Nick Chubb is a different kind of monster, though.
No, for sure. For sure. I don't know, man. I hope he
If
healthy
Nick
and
if Nick Chubb is healthy,
confident. He gotta have his
Joe
confidence.
Joe Mixon should just be the third down receiver. I mean, third down running back. I mean, get his touches here and there, but still,
I'm about to
but
say,
but
ooh, it's just the third
but
down bet. Ooh, that's disrespectful.
if Nick Chubb is healthy, bro, and he's Nick Chubb, like we know Nick Chubb to be, top 3 running back in the NFL, bro. Like running back,
I
hands
feel
down.
like I feel like Texas. I don't know, bro. I'm telling you, Joe. I agree with you 100%. Like what type of bat he is and supposed to be. Until it's proven this year, coming back off injury and all that, being with the Browns, having this season here last season, I feel like they need to play them like the Bucks play their backs.
I mean, it all depends on health, bro, because he one of the tops. I can see them splitting, it, but I definitely see Chubb sitting his ass down on third because Mixon can do a whole lot more in that situation. So since we got to that, um, Christian McCaffrey,
My guy gotta come back hard.
yeah, because
Injury
his
after injury, come back, have a decent, then get injured again. Like, yeah, my guy gotta go hard. He gotta stay healthy this season and go hard.
yeah, I think because you know when he went down, he was considered the best.
They gonna forget about him. If he get hurt again this year or he don't be able to play a whole season, they gonna forget about Christian. That's just how
Yeah,
it
and
go.
it's been
And it's
the more
crazy.
serious injuries with him and Nick
Yeah,
Chubb, and it's crazy because like if you look at the way they work out, you can kind of see how they could get injured.
not for sure. But man, I don't know, man. Knock on wood. I can see my boy Christian having a Luke kind of career. Doing good, whatever, but retiring earlier than you would expect.
Um,
But Christian definitely is him. If he healthy, he definitely in the top 3, top 5.
and his dad recently came out with a statement. His dad, being former wide receiver Ed Cappy, said, "Oh man, he's so motivated. He's been one of the best players in the world for a long time now, and he trains so religiously. He's all about the process and doing whatever he can possibly do to get better. He's going to be as ready as he can be. And there's also reports that he is training. What's the word they use? Well, this shit, they just said training less.
Mm.
Like
Okay.
you got to
That
let your
makes
body
sense.
relax some, bro.
Sure. For
You
sure.
gotta shut it down before your body shut you down.
Motherfuckers always think like it's true. You gotta work hard. Anything you do, you gotta work
Yeah,
hard. Motherfuckers think
that's
the
a
harder I work, the better and better I'm gonna be. But nah, you're gonna run yourself down. You're gonna break yourself.
yeah, that's a definite. You gotta control it. You gotta be
What motherfucker gotta do, even if you wanna train a lot, you gotta switch the sport up. You can't just do football training all day, every day. You're gonna have to throw some basketball drills in there, throw some of this in there, some whatever. And that's gonna keep you healthy and injury risk gonna go down.
all right. With that, I think that's enough for the NFL for today. Into the news.
Dun, 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 dun. News. We'll be big as then one day. I'm sure.
Now, this news, I'm kind of confused. Like, I mean, I can't say it don't make sense, but I can't say it makes sense. I mean, I can't say it's not believable. How about it?
Okay.
But I don't want to say it's true. So, boxer Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. was arrested by ICE just after having a fight with Jake Paul
That's
over,
crazy.
now listen, over alleged cartel ties. He's been linked to the Sinaloa cartel and faces deportation. Now, cartel world, from what we see here in the United States, is if you are a big dog and you are going back to Mexico or whatever, they either gonna take from you or you gonna give to them.
That's finna stort the fuck out of you.
So that's why I said it's not unbelievable, but I'm not gonna say it's a fact. If it wasn't a fact, I probably wouldn't say it's a fact because I'm not fucking with the old cartel, though.
That's oh, you hear me?
Like, I don't want
At
no part of
all.
shit.
Zero.
And it's like, and then at the same time with this current administration, it's like, bro, you don't know what to believe, bro.
They just trying to look. Somebody, I'm gonna tell you, bro. Somebody saw him lose. They like, that's what you get. White boy, not you. Let's go. Matter of fact, send his ass back. Somebody started looking into some shit and actually sent his ass back.
And he been fighting here forever.
That's
Now
what
you
I'm
know,
saying, bro. Like, they play too much. They sending people back who ain't never been to the country they supposed to be getting deported back to. Like, they just doing shit. And we got to pay
and
attention to that, man, for we be next, Joe.
and via Homeland Security on July 2nd, ICE arrested Mexican boxer and criminal illegal alien Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. He is now being processed for expedited removal from the United States. The Sinaloa cartel affiliate has an active arrest warrant in Mexico for its involvement in organized crime and trafficking firearms, ammunition, and explosives.
Oh, I didn't know that part. Oh. Now, he had a
Under
warrant over there?
under President Trump, no one is above the law, including world famous athletes. Our message to any cartel affiliates in the U.S. is clear. We will find you and you will face the consequences. The days of unchecked cartel violence are over.
You know what's funny to me though? How ICE is better with less resources. How they better than the FBI and all these other people? Cause how y'all figure out shit so quick in this little bit of period of time about people that we never known all these years, but nobody else could. Like the FBI, NYPD, whatever city, I mean state they in, all these people overlook this shit.
And there's two things I find crazy about this statement. This is a government statement, government issue statement. They say arrested Mexican boxer and criminal illegal alien. What if he ain't guilty of this shit, bro?
Yeah, yeah. But you
Like,
know they don't
I
give a
mean,
fuck.
even if he is involved, what if he was forced? What if he was forced to be involved? Like,
And that's real. They don't see it like that because they ain't never been through nothing like that. But yeah, it do be happening. They extort people for real and probably made him do something he didn't want to do. Now that's real.
right. And then trafficking firearms, ammunition, and explosives. That part, if he did have anything to do with it, I would say it would be like, I can't even say what it would be like. Because you're a boxer, you're famous, you've been a boxer for a very long time. And how do you traffic weapons and explosives as a boxer and you just getting caught?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. Like the FBI overlooked all this and like wherever he was at. What state you from in America?
No, he a Mexican citizen though.
I know, but I'm saying he stays somewhere in America. Oh, you say he
I'm
a
pretty
Mexican
sure.
citizen?
Well, according to our government, he's an illegal alien according to our government.
But wherever it be illegal or legal, where was he? They don't know where he was supposed to stand while he was in America. Either way, we gonna say New York. I know it's not, but NYPD ain't see none of this shit. Like the feds ain't see none of this shit. Like how he get through all this shit and the little amount of time Trump started this operation, y'all can just figure out so much shit, and y'all supposedly under resourced or whatever.
And then, you know what's crazy? Like, I was searching his residence. First thing that pop up, Chavez is a Mexican citizen who has an active arrest warrant in Mexico. But this shit just happened yesterday, and
Confusing.
it's taking over the whole Google.
That's crazy. Like,
And he not a young dude, like you said, bro. How did they never? How did
like
they? How they never find this out before? Because you just don't jump in the cartel tomorrow. He's
that's what
39.
that's what I'm saying, bro. He ain't jumping this shit yesterday, and now y'all caught him today. Like it don't go like that. Like everybody around him overlooked this shit until now. Till ICE get involved. Damn, that's crazy, Joe. What they gonna do to Trump? Where he from? He broke the
Yeah,
law
chill out.
before. What they gonna sit in his head?
He got felonies, dog.
You know what I mean? Do his DNA shit so we can see where he originally from. Send his ass back.
And you remember? I think it was Elon that said, who said something about Melania.
A
I
lot
think
of
it was
people.
Elon. I think it was Elon though. And then Trump said something about Elon, bro.
That's crazy. That's
I mean,
funny.
that was some of the wild. That's some shit I really didn't expect.
Trump don't give a fuck. He going all in. He cussing on TV. He don't care no more. He fed up.
All right, more news. Trump's big beautiful bill is expected to pass. Um, as of Thursday morning, the House is expected to pass the bill by July 4th. So tomorrow the 4th. So I'm assuming. And this news I did get earlier today, so I don't know what has happened since. So it's been a couple people putting out statements. I'll just read a couple to you. AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, she said Trump's big ugly bill is a deal with the devil. It hikes up taxes on people making less than 50,000 while cutting Medicaid and SNAP benefits to give Elon Musk and greedy billionaires a huge tax break. You do the math. Is that worth it to you? Now, with her statement, Elon Musk has said it's a bad bill, and Elon Musk benefits greatly from the bad bill.
Mm-hmm.
Kamala Harris issued a statement. Thanks to Senate Republicans, 17 million people will lose their health care. Thanks to Senate Republicans, rural hospitals will close. Thanks to Senate Republicans, 3 million Americans, including veterans and seniors, will lose food assistance. Thanks to Senate Republicans, families will see their energy bills go up by $400 a year. Senate Republicans are doing all of this and more, hurting working people across our nation in order to pay for $1 trillion in tax cuts for billionaires.
This shit wild, boy. Telling you, I
Bro,
told you. People gonna die because of this bill.
from the beginning, I felt like this has been fuck being politically correct. This has been I'm old, I'm not saying all, a old white man's power move, this entire thing. Now, this bill affects lower income people, of course, and some older because of health care reasons. His list of 34 African countries that can not come here anymore. The deportation. Now everybody wants to argue it's the deportation of Latinos or Mexicans have been like this forever, and numbers are far exceeding what he's done. But his deportation um is ridding the country of Latinos. Now it was expected by 2035 that this country will be majority black and brown people. How do you get rid of them? You stop letting them come here, and the ones here, you forced to leave. Like, out of all of this, I'm just gonna speak for me and you. Energy bill going up $400. That definitely affects us.
Mm-hmm.
Um, 17 million people losing healthcare. 17 million, bruh. You know how many people who will have outrageous hospital bills, and then those hospital bills will have to come out of paychecks or income taxes or whatever.
But then you gotta think about the people who you know gonna be like, I'm not. They gonna be thinking crazy like that instead of thinking about their life. They gonna be like, I'm not finna pay this bill. I ain't going to the hospital. look it up like that. Like I'm telling you, man, some people gonna lose their lives.
And then, I mean, of course, these are statements from Kamala Harris. I don't know how true everything is. The original number I heard was 14 million, but she's saying 17 million. And then she also said rural hospitals will close.
Like,
You in,
whew,
you in the country, bro.
it takes so long to get somewhere.
Exactly. You got to drive from, let's just, for example, say from Roxborough to Duke, when you could have go to this little
But
hospital around the
something
corner.
seriously going on though. Like that's crazy.
Right.
Not no shit like okay, I might have COVID, I can drive this. I'm talking about some serious shit going on, and you got to drive that far.
You're probably not gonna make it if it's too serious, and that's crazy that you have to even be in that position. And the 3 million Americans, including veterans and seniors, will lose food assistance. Bruh, just imagine fighting for this country. You might have lost a limb. Shit, you might have lost your mind. You might really need this assistance, bro. Like losing food assistance, dog. What if you one of those guys that lost a part or anything? Like your back, you got a bad back, you can't work like you want to work or anything,
Yeah,
and you can't get no
fuck,
help.
it's fucked up, bro. People gonna go crazy. People gonna
Yeah,
rebel. It's
man.
gonna be a lot, bro. I'm talking about like we as humans gotta really think of shit like this. Like it's too late now, but like, we don't
And
care
that's
about this.
why the bad thing about it is no matter how good or bad our next president is, which is more likely to be a Democrat just because some people are going to see Trump as that bad that they vote Democrat. No matter how good or bad our next president is, at first everybody's going to love their president because their president going to fix so many broken things.
Mm-hmm.
This is how it always happens. The people love the Republican until the Republican pisses them off.
Right.
The Democrat come in and fix what they think broken, and eventually you turn on the Democrat too. That's just how it go. So I'm assuming it passed or it's about to pass. You know, they be going all fucking day. I ain't really checked up on it since. But the last big news story of the day, you already know what it is. I'm ass- yeah, I'm assuming we'll only come back to this once the sentencing is done. But Diddy, out of 5 counts, was only convicted of 2. Those 2 counts being transportation for prostitution of Jane Doe and transportation of prostitution for Cassie Ventura. He did not get trafficking for either 2, and he did not get the overall racketeering RICO charge.
Mhm.
How do you feel about that, and do you feel it was correct?
I got mixed emotions, man. I feel like on their terms and how they word the law and all that, he shouldn't have been found guilty on everything. But just them two alone, that's the only thing y'all can get them on. I feel like that's laughable, bro. Like the law was a joke. I mean, if that was me in that situation, I would be happy. So I can't be no hypocrite. But like, I feel like overall they dropped the ball. Cause even if he get, I'm telling you, it's gonna be some shit. Like even if he was to get like the max 20, he not gonna do nowhere near that 20 team.
But even then, they already saying, so the defense said, because this is his first criminal offense.
He might do 5. He might do 3 times
Nah,
further out in
it's just,
cheating.
it would start off, the defense said start at 21 months. He already did 11.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
10, that's less than a year.
Right.
Prosecution is saying it should start at 50 months. 3, 4 years, well, 3.5 years, 3 and some change. That's probably what we're looking at. But then it comes in, it's actually the judge's decision. Now, from every report I saw, like, even the people who were pro Diddy, like, the judge didn't seem too happy with the verdict that the jury came with.
Yeah. Cause he feel like did him off on a low too. That's why he kept denying everything.
And, like, my personal opinion, how do you get um prostitution, transportation for prostitution, but you don't get trafficking?
That's what I'm saying. Like they should have just be real, bro. How they did this case, they should have just let him go. He should have been found guilty on none of this shit. Cause the shit just don't make sense to me. Even though I feel like he should be found guilty because he a monster and all the shit he did. But going off how the court handled it and all that, I feel like he should have been not guilty on nothing.
The government didn't handle it correct, but he has to be
At all.
found guilty. He has to be found guilty on transportation of prostitution because they got proof. They got flights. They got money exchanges. They got freak out videos.
But just to think about that, you beat all this monstrous shit, but the shit to get you sent in jail is prostitution. Like, come on, bro. Like, if y'all want, man, I don't know,
And it's
bro.
for me like the racketeering. Like I know they said like bribery was one of 'em. We know for 100% fact that he did bribery. Like I think what they should have did, they should have went at him with those four charges: trafficking for both and transportation for prostitution. And then you add bribery as a separate charge, uh, um, weapons possession, drug possession, whatever you want to do. When you go for RICO, you got to prove without reasonable doubt, without reasonable doubt.
So, Joe, why old boy ain't never testified? The arms dealer,
The drug mule. He did testify.
he did.
Yeah, he said he only got drugs for like 3 or 4 times. Um,
What you say about the guns?
I don't remember them asking about the gun.
That's what I'm saying. I don't remember. Oh, okay. So they said Diddy said he looked back at his family and said, "I'm coming home." What you think he meant by that? I'm coming
He
home
said that
sooner than I thought.
he said I'm coming home. Um, I believe that was before the actual.
Before they denied his bond, right? That's what you're thinking.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
I
thinking. Like
believe.
he thought he was coming home on bond.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah,
exactly
yeah.
what it was. Matter of fact,
Okay.
um,
Damn,
I mean,
judge probably heard that.
it makes sense. And then like they were saying like the little dealer was doing push ups and shit like
Hmm?
celebrating. Yeah, the little dealer Christian Combs. He was pretty much celebrating like his daddy was finna come home.
I
It was
don't want to
saying
see
that
what in court he was doing this.
it had to be because the cameras and shit caught him. The news caught him.
He fucked up. Diddy fucked up. Like people don't be realizing little shit like that'll get you 10 extra years. Like in a judge's mind, bro. Like y'all, people be doing stupid shit.
And even then, they were saying that they had a 4th of July party waiting for Diddy.
And that's why he not going home because of little shit like that. Like that's dumb, bro. That's dumb.
Just like you remember when he did the
Coming
song and
home.
you remember the song he did and he was like, y'all missed the other house.
Oh boy, I don't get it, man. Uh,
So like, I think they could have put together a better case. Looking back, because shit, watching the whole case, I'm like, oh yeah, he gone. Minimum 15, 25 to life possible. But looking back, I think they should have put it together better. I will say that I did see one of the alternate jurors was on CNN and he was pretty much saying like watching the freak off, it seemed like it was all in consent.
understand that. Cause that's a lot of people that's on Diddy's side. They be saying shit like all this shit consensual, but like what y'all don't realize when somebody's scared of you, they would do stuff for you. Doesn't mean they want to do it. And they already know if they don't do it because you beat their ass the first time, they might get beat again. So it might look consensual because I'm texting. I know that's my role. I got to text this nigga. That don't mean I'm consenting to this shit. Like people so ignorant, bro.
And that was the thing with the RICO that kind of threw me. Well, not even the RICO, the trafficking. Let's say coercion, force. What was the other word they used? I don't remember, but government tried to push that he used, of course, the force on Cassie. They even used the hotel incident as an example of him beating her and taking her back to the RICO. They used coercion. I believe one example they used for Jane was him paying her bills and all this, that, and the third. With the
Yeah, I
Jane
don't agree with
thing,
that one. I don't agree with that one. I was about to say, I don't agree with that one. Just come pay your bill don't mean I'm coercing you. Like, no, bro. No.
but he
That
did
mean
say,
I thought I always thought
but
that word mean I was
they
coaching you
got
into what to say or do.
they got evidence of him saying they had a love contract where, you do this and I pay your bills.
Hey, you signed it. That's
But
like
like
the
we both
NBA
said,
contract.
from the beginning, like these crimes don't make sense to a normal person.
That's what I'm saying. This shit, that's why this shit, I should have known, but I don't know. I ain't think of it like that.
Still see him as a monster.
If you got ears, bruh, and you heard all the shit from day one, there's no way that you can't say he's not a monster, bro, just because he beat some of these charges or whatever. He's still a monster. Just like I say with the stat shit. Fuck all the stats. He beat this, he beat that. I know what I heard, bruh. Diddy's a monster deep down. He need help. I'm not. I don't wish he get 100 years. I'm just glad whatever he get, he can get out. Hopefully he get some help, some genuine help. But We know what type
W-
of
w-
monster he is or was.
w- What I will say, according to him being a first offender, I would say
That
two to
means it's
four
gonna be
years, 2 to 4 years, right? is for anything he ever did in life. 2 to 4 years, including his time served. So 1 to 3 years. Um, it's all up to the judge.
I think the judge gonna surprise motherfuckers. The motherfuckers think he gonna get like 1 to 5. They gonna be surprised. Cause judge,
I feel like so they the defense was saying it starts at 21. The prosecutors were saying it starts at 50. They're saying starts.
but what's the max on these? Fuck what the starts are. What's the max? That's what people keep
Now,
overlooking.
every source I've seen, it says the maximum sentence for each count is 10 years.
And he got 2
However,
counts.
now, even though I say however, that's not the biggest word in this sentence. However, sentencing guidelines may recommend a shorter sentence.
Yeah, they can. They gonna do that, but we know how that's gonna go to jury. Like he been denying them bonds. He gonna do. He gonna look at them and say, "Oh, that was cute, but no, he's getting blah blah blah." I'm telling you, if
I
the max
think
10, that's still a long time though. That's still 9 more years.
mm, that's 10 for both. That's
He'll do
20
8.
years.
Also, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the judge, people thinking 1 to 5. I see the judge getting closer to the max than the minimum.
10 years, all on the judge. I mean, in my personal opinion, let's just say he do the 2 to 5 or well 1 to 5. It got to be certain things for when he's finished with his time. Hey, if you do 5 to 10, it got to be like at release. Upon release, you got to have certain stipulations. I feel like there should definitely be some because if you know you're being investigated, they finna come arrest you at any time. And when they arrest you, you got all the Diddy essentials for a freak of. The man don't got no plan to stopping this shit, bro.
But that's
Now he
why
probably
I was
feel
gonna
freer.
say. That's what I was gonna say. If he get 1 to 3, 1 to 5, I don't feel like that's gonna change him as a person. He's just gonna be smarter. Only thing that's gonna change is being smarter. He not gonna be as aggressive. He might not do all the other shit he did, but like he gonna still be Diddy. I think if he do 10 to 15, something, I don't want him to do 15 over 5. I'm just saying if he get 10 to 15, something like that, I feel like that's gonna really change that nigga.
And another thing, did you see? I don't know. I don't even want to talk about it on our brilliant podcast.
Uh oh.
But did you see the fools outside the courthouse?
Man, we be making ourselves look bad, boy. You hear me?
Look bad, bro. Like,
We be making
why you
ourselves look
outside
bad.
playing with baby oil when you know this man? Bro, be a fan. Feel like he shouldn't get the time they trying to give him. But be realistic, bro. You know this man is a bad person or has been a bad person over the last 20 years.
So blind, bro. I'm telling you, the statuses and the shit out here and see every day. But like, man, people are blind.
Bro, the Facebook sessions, I never knew it was so many ignorant people, bro. Like, not to say you wrong for saying he should get off because of this, but to say he was never guilty of anything or he ain't do
0.
nothing wrong,
He was
come
just
on,
a
bro.
freak. He was just
You know,
this and that. Oh, Cassie, they keep putting blame on that girl so much. I'm like, boy, y'all are different, boy. Niggas with
now what?
daughters, all type of shit. They just be like, I'm like, bruh, y'all will kill y'all favorite celebrity over saying the wrong word. He might say, he just say gay, for example. He might say, oh, that nigga gay. Y'all kill him forever and like just like never come back
Mm,
to him. But Diddy could do all this shit and y'all that much of a fan that y'all gonna overlook everything. Like it's
bro,
crazy to me.
that point you just made was fucking perfect. We need that shit to be on TV.
It's
But
just real, bruh.
you can talk about someone's sexuality, somebody's race,
And get
somebody's
counseled forever.
somebody's religious beliefs, and you cancel forever.
Powerful
But
words off of my opinion. I ain't did nothing to honest. Even if I think you, even if I feel like you a devil because you gay, I still ain't touched you. I ain't spit on you. I ain't took your job away from you. I ain't did nothing to you evil or nothing like that. I just got an opinion about you. You can counsel me forever for that, but I can do all this shit and come out seem like a bigger
mm,
celebrity. It's crazy.
nah,
Joey
you
Doom, bro.
and it's we as in our people, fucking
Yeah, bro.
doomed, dog.
And I hate
All
to
right,
say that because I love us, but yeah, man, we different.
fucking different, bro. Now you just made a crazy ass point. But yeah, that's all I had for us today. Anything before we head out?
Yeah, man. Not no news or nothing about the podcast. You know, we usually end off how we been going, how they been going, all this, blah
Yeah,
blah.
yeah.
Little check in. I don't know, man. I've been kind of going through something this time, Joe. I ain't backslid or nothing like that, but you know, I promise you I ain't backslid. But you know, things was getting sticky for me, man. I've been going through some things, and it's like it's a lot going on in my head. Like I can't see why. Like even if it's something small, I just can't see why. And like my thing with me is, I know people say God talk to you in different ways and all that, and I had somebody tell me the other day, like it's clear. He can speak to you clear. But if it was clear, Joe, I'm just being honest. I'm just being a real person. If it's clear, I would get it. I'm not stupid. I'm not retarded. If it was clear, I would get it. Why is it so hard for me to like speak to my God? Well, that's not hard for me to speak to God, but it's hard for me to understand him speaking back to me and seeing my purpose, his messages, how he want me to be, whatever, besides being Christian or whatever, being religious,
And
whatever.
it's crazy because I meant to send you a post I seen today, and it was saying pretty much like you could be tested, you can eventually pass that test, but more tests are to come. And like, and that's not the exact wording of it, but it would have been like the perfect statement for this moment. Like, bruh, like, and in this life, we gotta roll with the punches. Like,
No,
it's
I
always gonna be
get
some. It's always
and
gonna
I
be
understand that
something.
clear,
Like,
Joe. I'm serious. I'm talking about I'm serious about this. I understand that, and that's not even the part that's me. My thing could just be like I said, it could be something small. It's like, for example, something went on with the mower again. It's stopping business again. Like, you know how many times I told you something went on with a mower or another mower and all that? So I'm in my head, I'm not even mad about the part that something went on with my mower and I'm losing money. I'm not thinking about that 'cause I know shit happened in life, but I'm like, I can hear my girl tell me I might need to do this. I can hear my mama say I might do this. You might tell me I might need to do this, whatever. But I want God to tell me, like, I know some stuff in life is a test. God might be telling me that this is not your path. You need to do something else. Or he might be saying, I'm
he
teaching you a
might.
lesson that you don't need to give up. But it's not
That's
clear to
that.
me which message it is. It's my point. And I just want a small sign that I can understand it. You feel me? I'm not mad. I just
Mm,
confused and like,
well, this is what I would say. I would say it's a test of your resilience. It's a test to see if you will give up. Because a lot of times people give up when they at the door. Like, you might open that door to go look for another job, and then boom, that's when everything was supposed to work out.
yeah, that's what's so scary. It's so
Like,
scary. And I feel that. I
just,
feel that.
just think about like the rapper that started getting a little buzz. I didn't know he had buzz, and he just quit. Or just think about what's your boy name? That dude that did Panda, designer. He had one fucking song, bro. Think if he would have quit, Panda would never been worth a fuck. Like, he would never been. He made millions of dollars. I don't know where he at this point, but still, he
No, for
made
sure.
millions of
But
dollars.
yeah, no, for
Like,
sure.
a lot of times, people give up at the wrong time. I think it's more so of him testing your resilience than saying this ain't for you. Because for one thing, bro, you've been successful at it over a 2 year span. Of course, you
For
had your
sure.
downs, but
Overall,
it,
it was successful.
in that particular field, that's a field where you have to find your own customers. Customers can't find you, and you manage to build a base of
Good
customers.
clientele. Good
And You
clientele.
you manage to build clientele. Like, if somebody start that business tomorrow, for the most part, they got to door to door, go through social, go through friends, family, whatever. That shit ain't easy. That's one reason I never did it, because you got to build clientele from the bottom. You got to compete with other people doing the same thing you doing. And shit, you build the clientele, bro. He wouldn't let you come this far if he wanted to say, "Nah, bro, this ain't it. Go do this." But at the same time, if I was you, I would, of course, stick with it. But like we always say, we got to find different sources.
Yeah, nah, for sure. That's what I'm on right now, for sure.
And shit, we got to build this one so we ain't got to worry about that shit no more.
Nah, for real, man. For
But yeah,
real. We need sponsors and all, man. Get us popping. Come on, y'all. Get us popping, man.
I mean, that's, at the end of the day, bro, I can honestly say, bro, my goal is to get us to the point where we do this shit 5 times a week.
See, what people don't understand is even if we ever get rich off this shit, if we made a salary off of this shit, like if we made 50 to 70K a year off this shit, that's still a dream to me, bro.
Yeah, because you're doing something.
I ain't gotta clock
You
in. I can still run my business with my other hours. Like, come on, bro.
you get paid to do what you love.
Come on, bro. That'd be the biggest blessing in the world.
And one thing I did want to um